Bye.
I love you. I hope it goes great.
Thanks. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I'm like getting my setup ready. Megan, I'm gonna sign you as a host so that you can like do your stuff and do breakout rooms.
Perfect, thank you.
Sorry, what?
Oh, I just said thank you.
Oh, no problem. Frazzled, I guess. All right. Let me see if I can assign you as host if I know how to do that. So at the beginning, are we asking people to put their zip code in the thing so that we can assign people in the stuff?
Yes, I was thinking actually maybe we should do more just like general area. Like, are you from like the Denver area? Are you from like the northern Colorado area? Both
Yeah,
areas?
I think that is a good idea too.
Okay, perfect.
Let me actually see how many people we have registered. When I checked this morning, we had 18 people. So it says that it's recording. I don't know if that, I think that Amy did something to like it automatically recorded. We'll see if that works. Yeah, everyone looks so nice. I did want to thank everyone because for just your dedication to this event and for just being here every week and planning this event, and I think that it's going to be really great.
Phoebe, I like consolidated the contact slide and the join Yak slide into one slide. So should I present that?
Okay. Yeah, you will present that one. So will you just do it after? Sorry, my computer's making a weird sound. Will you just present will you just go into after the welcome back from the breakout rooms? Or do you want me to do that?
I can do that.
Okay.
Also, Phoebe, I'm not sure it made me a host yet.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I totally forgot about that.
You're good, you're good.
Make co-host. Do you have the breakout room option? As you would hit more, I think.
No, not yet. I have the share my screen option.
Then I'm just gonna make you the host.
Okay. Sweet.
And then would you make me a co-host?
Yes.
Great.
Make co-host.
And then we're gonna let people in at 2:30. Okay, I was checking. I don't know. I'm so cold. We have 20 people registered.
Yay!
Let me see if that's just us. If someone had to read. Nope.
Megan, are you doing the slide that says how to set up a meeting with the legislator?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure. Cool.
And then I'm doing the land acknowledgement because Soleo had a family emergency, so she can't do it. But yeah. And then for this next week, Happy Earth Week, by the way. Does this start this week? Doesn't start till Monday. Whatever. So basically, I put you guys all on a list. So if someone needs a group mate or help with lobbying, I'm gonna send them your way on like a group email thing. So yeah. Is that good with everyone still?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, great. Also for the breakout rooms, Megan, are you staying in the middle?
Main room, yeah. But what I was just thinking is if I'm sharing my screen and I have the presentation in presentation mode, I don't know if I'll be able to make breakout rooms at the same time. So if you're
Okay.
thinking, maybe you could share your
I
screen.
can make here's the thing about me sharing my screen is my computer is really old and very wonky.
Fair enough.
Afraid that something's gonna go wrong if I share my screen because like half the time it doesn't load. So
Fair.
I can make the breakout groups. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
I can share my screen if you make me a co-host.
Okay.
Okay, that'll work.
Make co-host. Okay, cool. So
And
you
my
should,
alarm's gonna go off, so just everyone hold tight while my phone makes a join over sound.
and then I'll make breakout. Oh, someone's in the room.
Ooh. So I emailed this morning, but not as many people were registered. So I'm gonna email again with the toolkit and I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
And if you see a question in the chat, you can say we're gonna be staying after for Q&A.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
perfect.
So they're using the Q&A function, right? Like if they want to ask a question at the end, or will they come off their mic?
Yeah, what the plan was, we can ask people to come off mute as long as we can ask people to do it in the chat or in what's it called? In unmute. I think that if it's fine if we do it on unmute, because then if like we don't understand the question or something.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Okay, should I leave it up or
I
not?
think that you should leave it up.
Okay.
So, and then Lee, you're going to be going into the breakout groups, right? Are you planning to go into breakout groups?
Yeah.
Okay, so then can you come back a little early
Yeah.
if possible?
Yeah, I will.
Thank you.
Do you want me to assign you guys just randomly to groups, or do you have a
I'm
specific-
fine with that. Yeah, we can just do random.
Okay. Oh, also just quick thing, a reporter for the Daily Camera reached out, and he wants to follow a group of us through our lobby week. So I was gonna ask this at the end of the training to see who would be interested, but yeah.
I can do that. I don't know what that would entail.
I think he would just like follow you through like the legislator you lobby and like your guys' process for doing things like that. So it'd be pretty cool.
Okay,
That's super
that
cool.
would be cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool because normally when we get like reporters involved with 350, we have to reach out to them. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I might switch to a different device because my camera is being really weird. So I'm not gonna do that yet, but yeah.
All right, let me know when I should start admitting people.
Okay, I think it's fine as long as I'm gonna switch to a different device. So will you just let me in? I'm
Yeah,
gonna
of
stop
course.
until but yeah. All right, good luck everyone. We can do this. All right, you can let them in. Hello everyone, thank you for joining us. Please stay on mute while we wait for more people to join. We're gonna go ahead and start at 2:35. So just for more people to join. Also, everyone who is here right now, would you mind entering your zip code so that we can make sure that we're putting you into the right breakout group when we are doing breakout groups later in the session. Thank you. Yes, you can put it in the chat. Thank you. Hi. Megan, will you make me a co-host?
Yes, on it.
Thank you. All right. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Sorry. All right. Thank you all so much for joining us. This is the 350 Colorado Youth Lobby Training Day. As you know, probably, we are going to be going for the next week. You will learn how to schedule meetings with your legislators, how to lobby them, and what bills you will be lobbying them on. Yes. So, in the next week, we will be lobbying them. Next slide. I'm going to be giving you guys just a rundown of the day. My name is Phoebe Dominguez. I am the co-chair of the youth committee that is putting this on. My pronouns are she, her, and I am zooming in from Cheyenne land. So first, we're going to go into who we are, which is 350. Who are we, 350 Colorado, and who are we, the Youth Action Committee. And then we're going to go into why and how we lobby, how a bill passes, and then we're going to be showing you guys and presenting on the 3 bills that we are going to be asking you guys to lobby on. Also, this morning, I sent out an email with the link to the toolkit. If you did not get that, please let me know. Again, I will be sending out one this afternoon with the toolkit and all that information. In the toolkit, you will just find basically a bunch of information that is on the slide. You will also have access to the slideshow after the lobby day. So next, we're going to put you guys into breakout rooms. After how to set up a meeting with your legislator. The breakout groups, you will basically just discuss your availability for the next week and when you can meet with your legislators. Then we're going to go into a conclusion and then a debrief, and then we're going to ask you guys if you have any questions, and then we will answer them. Next slide. I'm going to be giving us a land acknowledgement. We would like to honor and acknowledge that we are on traditional territories and ancestral lands of over 45 indigenous tribes. We acknowledge and mourn the painful history of genocide and force removal. We would like to commit ourselves to dismantling the continued legacies of our settlers and colonialism. Let us recognize the indigenous people who are the original settlers of this home and give thanks to all the tribal nations and ancestors of this land. Next slide. So who is 350 Colorado? I joined 350 Colorado about a year ago. I am a 13-year-old youth. So basically 350 Colorado is a nonprofit organization that focuses on building grassroots movements to fight for a sustainable future in Colorado. It is one of the largest grassroots climate action groups in Colorado. And we have 3 pillars of action: to build grassroots movements, keep all of the fossil fuels in the ground, and to promote just and equitable and sustainable solutions to our problems that we have. Next slide. So who is YAC and what is YAC? In October, me and Katie, you can wave your hand, Katie, we decided to start a youth action committee because there was no space for 350 Colorado youth to basically do a bunch of action for specifically youth. YAC, or the Youth Action Committee, was created to give youth within 350 Colorado a space to grow and to meet other youth who are committed to climate action. We fight for our future and our earth together. We are a group of dedicated youth under the age of 24, and our goal is to help and solve the climate crisis and to have a say in our lives and futures in Colorado. Next slide. I'm going to be passing it on to Lee Schmidt. She is awesome, and she's going to be teaching you guys how and why we lobby.
Thank you so much, Phoebe. Again, my name is Lee Schmidt. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And before we get into the specifics of lobbying and exactly how we do that, we have to understand why we do it. Simply, lobbying is a form of advocacy that focuses on legislators. We lobby to make our perspectives known to our government's decision makers. Lawmakers' decisions affect us, so we get a say in their actions. Now, how exactly do we lobby? Lobbying is meeting with elected officials about specific issues or bills. And we'll be going into the details of the 3 bills we're focusing on a little later. To lobby, request a meeting with your legislator using our toolkit. And again, please let us know if you didn't get a link to the toolkit. In that toolkit, you will find call scripts and email templates that'll help you request a meeting. And in that meeting, talk with your legislator about specific policies and make a strong, specific ask. Make sure that you tell them exactly what you want from them. This could be asking something like, will you commit to being a climate champion in the legislature? Or can we count on you to vote yes on these 3 bills? Here are just a few more lobbying tips. First of all, stay in touch with your legislators and their aides about the bills you support. That way, when you want to convince your legislator to support a bill in a few years, they'll know who you are and they'll value your opinion. Second, when you contact lawmakers, make phone calls and send emails to make your requests stand out. Lawmakers receive thousands of phone calls and emails a day, so hearing your name twice will really help you. It'll really help you get a response. Finally, contact sponsors of bills you're interested in for valuable information. We got a lot of help from the sponsors of the bills we're supporting. So in the future, if you'd like to support certain bills, ask the sponsors what they need from you and if they have any resources. We're talking a lot about bills, and our goal today and in the next week is to help 3 bills become laws. What does that process look like? First, a legislator submits a bill request and drafts the bill text. Often they do this with the help of community members and a bill drafter. Step 2, a bill is introduced in a chamber that is either the House of Representatives or the Senate and assigned to committees. Usually, a bill is assigned to multiple committees. It's always assigned to at least one, and any bill that has any kind of financial impact needs to also go through the Appropriations Committee. Step 3, committees hold a hearing for the bill where it can be amended. And amending is basically making changes to the bill, and any lawmaker can do that in a committee hearing. In those committees, the lawmakers vote on whether to have the bill proceed into the next step or whether to postpone it indefinitely, which just kills the bill. Step 4, the bill is heard and voted on by the whole chamber during its second and third readings. Its second reading gives lawmakers in the whole chamber a chance to amend the bill, which those amendments are then voted on. And the third reading and vote determine if that bill will continue into the second chamber. Step 5, the process is repeated in the second chamber. If the bill started in the House, it moves to the Senate, and vice versa if it started in the Senate. Once both houses pass the bill, they have to agree on a version of the bill that includes the amendments that each house made. Once that happens, the final bill is sent to the governor, who can sign it into law or veto it, which sends it back to the legislator unsigned. Now I'm going to pass it on to Jack, who will be giving us an overview of the bills we're lobbying for.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jack Mitchell. My pronouns are he, him, and I'll be going over our bills, and I'll be talking about the Community Choice Energy Study Bill. So first off, our bill, we have 3 bills that we're going to be lobbying on this week. Bill 1 is the Community Choice Energy Study Bill. Bill 2 is a bill on air toxins, and Bill 3 is the voluntary greenhouse gas bill. So first, the one that I'll be presenting on is the Community Choice Energy Study Bill. So in Colorado, there's a large monopoly on our energy held by a company called Xcel Energy. This company's climate action goals reduce their emissions are not very progressive and not very effective. So what this bill would do is provide a study that, if successful, would promote a larger environment of municipalities and break this monopoly that Xcel Energy has. So besides just saving our state's climate, it would help consumers save money and overall just benefit our consumer base a lot more than what we have by Xcel. So this bill is backed by Representatives Hooten and Kipp, and it is also supported by Senator Heisey. So this bill is still being drafted, therefore it does not have a number. However, it's a bill that we strongly believe in, and we will be lobbying on this week. Next, I'll be giving it over to Andy, who will be talking about airtime.
Jack, it just got a number recently. And that number is in the toolkit. So.
Okay, hello, my name is Andy. My pronouns are he, him, and I will be introducing the air toxin bill. The air toxin bill advocates and attempts to address ongoing health protections in relations to toxic emissions. Looking at the toolkit within the fact sheet and the additional information link, the air toxin bill expands on current law and requirements to covered facilities by improving transparency and real-time fence lighting monitoring by requiring the covered facilities by requiring monitoring data to be available to the public. This bill also requires community-based air monitoring and engagement to ensure public health of local communities. This bill attempts to combat the disproportionate effects air toxins have on workers, low-income communities, and communities of color, as environmental racism and a lack of oversight have impacted these communities. Ultimately, the bill plans to make air toxins monitoring more transparent, holding covered facilities more accountable, as current methods of monitoring contribute to pollution, and the idea that these harmful pollutants is not accessible to the public. As we as a community have the right to know about exposure to toxic chemicals in real time to ensure health of the public. In addition, with the transparency, the bill requires these public reports to ensure accessible meetings, translation service, and public comments. All this information can be found in the toolkit within the fact sheet and additional information link to go further in depth. And thank you. Now, the next person who will be introducing the next bill is Katie.
Yeah, thank you, Andy. So my name's Katie. Like Phoebe said, I co-chair this committee, and my pronouns are she, her. And I'm going to be presenting on the voluntary reduced greenhouse gas natural gas utility bill, which is kind of a mouthful. But essentially the problem that we're seeing that this bill is aiming to address is that obviously greenhouse gases are rapidly accumulating in our atmosphere, causing climate change, global warming, and natural gas is a cleaner form. It is the cleanest form of fossil fuels, but it still emits CO2. And so this bill provides a voluntary reduction plan that natural gas utility companies can opt into. And it essentially balances environmental benefits with fiscal responsibility. So what that means is it allows these companies to opt into this plan where they reduce their greenhouse gas emissions by certain amounts, but it also allows them to recover the money that they would put into those reductions. So basically the cost that these companies, these utilities companies will accrue from this reduction plan will be deemed qualified investments. And then those can be recovered through this bill. And anyone, large or small utilities companies, can participate. And the benchmarks for the programs are, you can see on the slide right there. I'm not going to go through them, but those qualified investments that I talked about will be covered as long as they follow the following guidelines that you can see on the right-hand side when it says how can companies comply. So they can use renewable energy, they can purchase offsets, methane reduction emissions, and there's actually other programs that, if reviewed, can qualify as qualified investments. And if you'd like to see more about this bill, there's some more in-depth detail in the toolkit and the fact sheet. And yeah, I'll hand it off to Megan.
Hi everyone, my name is Megan. I use she, her pronouns. Thank you, Katie. So I'm going to talk about how, now that we've learned about our bills, we need to know how to set up a meeting with our legislator so that we can lobby for them. So the process is actually pretty easy. What we're going to do is divide you guys into breakout rooms. We're going to do it randomly. I hope that's okay, but there will be 2 to 3 people in your group. And what you're going to do is you're going to find out who your elected officials are. Most likely, we're going to need to make sure there's not any overlap, but you click the link, which I can send in the chat once we go to our breakout rooms, and you will find your elected officials, and just choose the elected officials of one of the members in your group. That'll work. We just want to make sure each group has different officials chosen. And then you're going to write them an email. The email and phone scripts are found in the toolkit, so you can literally just copy and paste that email script and fill in the blanks, but you're going to suggest specific times and dates for your meeting, let them know which bill specifically you wish to discuss, and make sure they know that you guys are constituents. And it also helps to add that you're youth or students, because legislators want to hear from their constituents since those are the people they're supposed to be working for. And they also legislators get really excited when they hear that it's youth who want to talk to them. So then after you send that email, you're going to also call the phone number listed on the website and follow up with a call to their secretary. The phone script is also in the toolkit, just saying, hi, I sent an email. I want to set up a meeting with representative blah, blah, blah. Is there a time that works, or can you get back to my email? Things like that. So before we send everyone off to their breakout rooms, are there any questions? Perfect. And then let me send the link to find your representative. That is here. And if you could, once you guys choose which elected official you'll be lobbying, if you could send a chat back to me letting me know, that would be really great. So if there are no questions, we'll go into breakout rooms. And you're off.